before we do it?
Nope. We're live.
Oh, you clicked the button. You're like the coolest. Super cool. I'm just going to show up 1 second after and click the button. You better be ready.
We're all
How's
ready,
it going,
aren't we?
John?
Good. How are you?
I mean, I've been here like sweating bullets for the last 37 minutes, so not really.
Hey, that intro video that you made was pretty great.
Thank you. I think
got
it is
lots
my
of
best work.
compliments. Yeah.
Did you? I saw it. What did you just crack open?
This is just more water.
Is it that death water?
Yeah, it's death. It's a liquid death. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. I'm drinking like an actual beer, like a responsible adult.
Yep.
I think that is my best work since probably the original robot video. And then I don't know how to like balance those.
Right. Yeah. Cool. Why don't we get started? I would love to see what you're working on.
I'm not working on anything, but let's talk about what I want to work on.
Okay.
Let me make how do I make my code thing appear? Come back. This one, does that make a code thing appear?
I see a thing. It says hello, John.
Good. That's what I want to do is basically just write hello, John.
Nice.
No. So here's the question that I have is, do you have an idea of like anything that you want to work on? Because we as we kind of plan this is like, I have an idea, but I don't know. Is it the best idea?
You're going to work on that start screen for Chrome, right?
Yeah.
Let's do that.
That's my project. Okay. All right. So I guess because there might be people watching. I don't know. I doubt there are people watching, but for people who maybe come back and watch it later at some point.
Yeah.
Just a description of what I want to do.
Yeah.
I do this thing, and this is maybe a refresher for you too. I have this thing that I do in my I like to keep this Trello board that I call my wall of motivation,
Nice.
which is like basically just all the nice things that people say about me. I capture them.
I love it.
And or do for me, whatever. And so one of the things that I've kind of learned in therapy was having that list of stuff is really great. Like, makes me feel good about myself. Like, sounds like I'm super egotistical or whatever. I don't know. Basically, like, I get to dark places because I forget that like I maybe am good at what I do. I don't know. Maybe I do a good job. Who knows? So being able to go back and like look at that that list of things that people have said is helpful because it kind of pulls me out of anytime I get into those like dark spirals of self-doubt. So having that list is great, but I never actually review it. And I tried to give myself a like a recurring task in Todoist to basically remind myself to go look at it. And I still never, like, oftentimes I'll just like check the recurring task and be like, did it, but I didn't do it.
Right.
So what I want is I want to force it upon myself, basically.
Right.
So I want to be able to go to my browser. And so I'm using this, I forget what this thing is called. I think it's called Momentum, the Momentum Chrome tab or something. I don't remember.
And this is a Chrome
it looks
plugin?
nice.
This is like an extension?
Yeah, it's an extension that I got from the Chrome store. It looks nice. It says "Good evening, Steve." It's got the time on it. It's great. It has the weather. That's cool.
Nice.
The only thing I use it for is the pretty image at this point. Sure. So what I would like to do is I would like to have this basically a screen that comes up that has a nice image that has the time is cool. We can do the time. But more importantly, just shows me like one of those things that was in my wall of motivation or whatever. So what I'd like to be able
as an image,
not as an image, as text,
okay,
as basically like one of these. Like, let's just kind of inspect this and change it. You can't see that.
And do you have that stuff as text?
I don't have all of those things as text, but I'm very accepting of the fact that I will have to go and I will have to like add all of those things as text in order to use them.
Gotcha.
But so like basically where it says "Good evening, Steve," what I'd like to do instead is just have it say,
Yep.
in text. This is really deeply nested.
But ultimately,
Steve is a great guy. That's what I want. Steve is a great guy, Steve. Whatever.
It's what we all say.
It is. Okay. So kind of what I'm thinking from a technical perspective, maybe I'll make some notes here, is we can get rid of this. I think the things that are most important to me are, one, trying to decide, let's not order it yet. I want to see a pretty image background. And then I also want to see an inspiring message. Take that way. And then what else can I say about this? The time we said, that's super like whatever. I care less about that one. What I care about more it's probably we'll probably do the time just because it's like an easier thing to do.
Okay.
But or I think. But the other thing I'll want to do is I will want to be able to basically define a bunch of inspiring messages.
Right.
So that it can choose.
Yeah.
So it can choose one of those things.
Yep.
Just kind of roughly what I was thinking is like the pretty image background. I know that there is, here, I'll go grab this. I have my notes repo off on the side. Nice. I'm not going to show that to you because it's probably got secrets. But there's this endpoint at Unsplash, get photos random. Like we can just grab a random image. I actually think that that's what that start page that I'm using.
It's likely that's what they're doing. Gotcha.
I think so. Yeah. I don't know if I'll have to like I assume I will have to create an account and yeah. Oh, there is public authentication. Yeah. I need a client ID to be able to do this. So, well, I'll have to like register as a developer. Hopefully it doesn't cost money, etc.
Right.
Whatever. See a pretty image background. Can I get this from there? Question mark, question mark. See an inspiring message. I think initially hard-coded. And then the other thing I would say about this is I think I would like to store them as markdown. I think that makes sense.
Okay.
Because then I think I can write, I can give it a title and then a body and maybe like italicize the person that said it or something like that. What else? I mean, if we really get far, like maybe we can do current temperature. This is like way down. I don't really care as much about that.
Can I propose a direction?
Yes. Can I say one more thing that I almost forgot, which is that I was thinking in terms of the inspiring messages, a couple things that I thought about that were, well, do I need to set up some kind of service that I can hit that will store some data and then and basically like persist it that way. Or I was also thinking maybe I can just use local storage and have a way to dump stuff into local storage and then pull it out. And it's not going to be like cross machine or something like that. But I don't know that I care for now.
I have a thought here.
Yeah.
So we actually have talked about this project before. Now that you're explaining some of these things, I'm remembering some of these details. Since we had that conversation, I have experimented just a smidge with Chrome extensions. And I know that they are really just like folders on your machine that you like drag and drop into Chrome. And so I'm wondering if we can like not have to do anything all that fancy other than just like have a folder on your machine that has this stuff.
Yeah, that's a super good idea. So like maybe do you think that it is just thinking in terms of working with like almost like a walking skeleton type of thing where you just like build up something that pieces these things together and then fill in all the details later. Does it make sense to start with let's build a Chrome extension?
That's what I would do.
Where you're headed?
Yeah, and there's like a file structure that maybe we can grab like an example Chrome extension, start with that, and then we'll need to investigate like what API, like what Chrome extension APIs we have to
Yeah.
use to do what that extension is doing.
Yeah, for
I just
sure.
don't know them. Like the ones that I was using were like more form based or whatever. But whatever. Like I think this is all possible.
Okay, cool. So just taking a step back, do you think that everything here is like obviously not totally comprehensive, but does this give him enough detail about everything for us to kind of move forward? Or do you think that there's anything I'm missing?
No, I think this is great. What I might roll us back to is like let's literally find a random image on Unsplash,
Yeah,
pull it into that extension
totally.
skeleton folder.
Yep.
MVP is get that to show up.
Okay. Um, can I use, so I created this folder called Doing a Good Job. I don't
Nice.
know what else to call it, but whatever. Can we do everything in here? And then do you think that we can make the Chrome extension run off of this folder on my hard drive? Or do you think that I need to like deploy it somewhere on my computer?
In fact, it's much easier to just run it off your machine than it is to deploy it anywhere,
It is
which in
cool.
my case is a little disappointing because I want to be able to share with my coworkers. But for this purpose, I think
Sure.
running it off disk is going to be a great solution.
Cool. That sounds awesome. Okay. So I'm going to change the name of this file to, I don't know, plan.md, and I'm going to save this. Because I think that this is all kind of useful. So let's start today with a Chrome extension. Make a Chrome extension. This is going to be awesome. Where do you think I need to go? Should I go to the docs for this?
Yes, I would go to something like I would like Google Chrome extension example maybe, and see if we can find our way through the docs.
Cool. I'm going to zoom in and make this a little bit bigger, make this full screen. Let's see. Okay, Chrome extension examples.
Let's start there.
Do you think my screen is big enough? I don't really
I think
know.
your screen's awesome.
I mean, Gwyneth Paltrow isn't here, so there's no one to tell me what to do.
Yeah.
No
one's
a
telling
bunch
you
of
what to do.
garbage. No.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is what we're getting. All right, this one, let's see what we get. Browse by category.
Mm-hmm. This looks familiar to me.
You've been here. Okay, well, so this is really useful here. Let's try them out. To test these examples in your local machine, follow these steps, clone the repository, navigate to the directory of the extension you want to try, and then load your extension locally.
Can you follow that load your extension locally link?
Sure thing. Let's see. Ooh, this is perfect. This extension will display hello extensions when the user clicks on the extension toolbar icon.
Yep, totally. So if you actually click on your extensions button in your Chrome, and then
my extensions button is
like
is it the puzzle pieces?
Correct. Yep.
Yeah.
And then the last item there is manage extensions.
Yes, it is.
Click that sucker. Okay. So check it out. You have load unpacked in that upper left-hand corner there.
Sure.
This is like literally going to allow you to drag and drop a folder from your machine, or like
Very
find
cool.
a folder on your machine. And then if it has the like manifest file and like the things, then it will start, it'll recognize it. You can enable it. You can refresh it, etc.
Very cool. Okay. So
while we're random stray thought, I think Momentum was the one that you were describing that you used today. I think I saw it on that list. Is it open source? Can we go steal from them?
Borrow. Let's see. Visit in the Chrome Web Store. Maybe that will show me some information. I know that they have a paid plan for it.
So likely it's not open source, but just
maybe. I don't know. I don't see a GitHub icon, which I would expect to see.
Okay, fair enough.
Not.
No big deal.
Good idea.
I'm always looking to steal. Okay. Back in those docs, I was asking, right. So I was showing you that this is like this management screen is where you're going to do your like workflow of tinker with some files and stuff in VS Code, come over to that manage screen, click a button to refresh it, and then like try your extension again.
Totally.
Okay, now we have a hello extension. I think there's a GitHub link there kind of towards the bottom of your screen. I think
Yeah.
if you follow that, you'll see the code.
Yeah, I will say I mean, it's probably fine. This is probably a fine way to start. I guess what I was thinking about this is I don't want to have to click a button here to make something happen. So what I'm wondering is there some sort of recipe in these docs for a start page type of extension?
So maybe we add to our Google search something like Google
Yeah.
Chrome extension example start page.
Is that what they even call them? I don't know.
It's a good question.
New tab page, it is
New
called.
tab page. So that's Chrome Web Store.
Here is some documentation about it that I think is probably going to be too detailed and complex. Here, example.
That appears. Check it out. That third bullet looks good.
Single extension can override only one page. That's fine. That's all I want to override. I wonder in these examples, see the override samples. It just takes me to the list of samples. That's annoying.
Search this page for override. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't find it.
Damn. Well, there's an extensions sample GitHub repository. That first line there. Maybe we can browse to it that way.
Okay.
So there's
extension samples, functional samples, API samples.
Whoa.
You know what I could do is I could just search this repo if I can figure out how to do that for new tab in this repository.
Look at you.
API samples, Omnibox, new tab search, manifest JSON. I'm going to bounce up this tree.
Actually, I kind of wanted to see that manifest file.
Yes, I'll get there in a minute. I just wanted to get a sense of like what is the structure that I'm looking at. Like, where is the example? It looks like the example starts in this new tab search.
Totally.
So manifest JSON has some icons. It has
line 9 looks interesting to me. Type NT plus a search term into the Omnibox to open search and new tab. That's not quite what you want.
No, this isn't right. This is more hacking the search box.
Let's keep poking around.
Okay. Let's see. Multi-tab browser doesn't sound right. New window user agent. Nope, does not sound right. So here's that. This is, I think, what we're going to end up doing is Chrome URL overrides. So maybe we just like start here.
Yeah, let's open up that sucker.
All right, let's look at this one. Sample optional permissions demonstrates optional permissions and extensions. I don't really care. Well, I will care because I will want local storage down the line eventually, maybe. And then it opens a new tab HTML. So if we jump up one and look at what this is probably just a, oh yeah, but I didn't read it. Why would you read it? Okay. Optionally display top sites. Yeah, I mean, this is like pretty similar to what I want to do, I think. New tab opens, requests permissions. If it's accepted, then it shows some things. I wonder, is this going to pop up every single time you pop a tab? That would be super annoying. We're going to find that out.
We're going to find that out. So what if we just copied this folder?
Yeah, that sounds good. I think that there's a way to like download within GitHub. Do you know where that is?
If you go up a level, like if you go to the
I bet I have to
examples.
Yeah, I think I probably have to go to the root. I think I can download the entire.
Yeah, you could just clone it.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
Oh, download it.
Yeah. I don't know what's going to be quicker. I guess we find out.
I think us talking about it will be the fastest of all.
Indecision.
Yeah.
Is what's going to decide. Dude, this is gigantic. I'm sure. Tell me about your day, Sean.
Oh, I've been really working on automating Mongo to Postgres migrations in Gravity, the main
Automating
API
in what
for
sense?
Artsy. So you tell me a Mongoid class name, like artist, and I will create a Postgres migration file that will make it in Postgres. I'll make an active record version of that file, and I'll do the work to like find all the Mongoid fields and find their Postgres like equivalent,
Like, yeah, so like mapping them.
including indexes, Steve.
What?
Yeah.
Are those things even comparable?
They're pretty close.
Are they? It's just like give the
Mongoid.
column names.
Exactly. Mongo has something about like directions. They have like ascending, descending in their indexes, which I don't understand. Excuse me, I don't understand. Yeah. But Postgres like does it differently.
Yeah.
Anyway, you downloaded the
fancy.
thing.
I did, and I have a bunch of stuff here. So let's.
I think it was functional, wasn't it?
Good question. Functional sample.optional permissions. Okay. I am going to just grab all of this stuff like this. I copied it, and I think I can just go in here and I can just paste this over here. Please put everything there. Not something weird. Cool. No.
This is VS Code. You can't do that.
I feel like sometimes it does. What if I just drag it in here?
I mean, you don't have to even do that. Oh, look at you.
I sure do want to add that folder. I think. I don't know. No, that's not what I wanted to do.
I don't think that's
what did it do? Can't undo. Oh my god, this is obnoxious. Okay, well I have the images. That's great. But what I really want is I want this, I want this, I want this, and I want just these things. Please, let me put these in here. Yes. Okay. We copied and pasted.
Okay.
Good for us. Good for us.
So can you open another Finder window to wherever this untitled workspace is? Have you saved this to disk yet?
Oh, this thing. So, oops. This is. Oh, shoot. That's something I should do. Is I should get init and do an initial commit. Eh?
Yeah.
Do you think? Let's do this.
Can I just see like an LS? Maybe I'm a little weirded out by VS Code.
Okay. So VS Code workspace is like the workspace file lives somewhere and describes a bunch of folders that you have in here. I think when it asked me if I wanted to include the images folder, I actually don't think it copied it anywhere. I think it's now just pointed at that original folder.
And that passes my smell test because when you did LS, I don't see images in there.
Yeah, exactly. So let's add an images folder here. And I don't know, can I just drag these over here? Because I don't care about the source at all. And then I think I can remove this from the workspace. So now I have everything inside of here. And this should look like you expect it to look. It's got an images folder. Does that look right to you?
This looks great. Get in it. Or get it.
Oh, yeah. Git commit. Yeah. So let's see. We've got a bunch of stuff. Let's do this. Let's add line.md. And this is going to be initial commit. What the F are we doing here? Missed opportunity. Git fix. I know. Git commit. Amend. Message. Batman. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Pavlos.
We've talked about this, but I can't remember what it is.
So, okay, so our friend Pavlos,
yes.
Pavlos is probably the only person that's ever going to watch. I don't know. Our friend Pavlos, who we worked with at Artsy,
yes,
has the most exquisite Git commit names that are just like, I don't know, it's like or like do it, or I don't know. They're just meaningless, which I think he like, it's like an art to him, which is great.
Yeah. It's an art that I don't know if I understand.
No, and I don't like. I hate it, or I hate it in the sense that if it was my commit log, I would be like, no, this is not how we're doing things.
Right.
But the thing I do love about it is every once in a while you'll see one in his in a repo named Batman. The commit is the message is Batman, and I didn't. And we're gonna go here. And so he explained it to me. I'm sorry, typing and thinking. Oops. Renaming that commit to say Batman because it's the first opportunity I've ever had to do it. I asked him, like, what does this even mean? Why do you just say Batman? And he said it's because it doesn't have parents. It has no parents, right. So he names it Batman. That took a really long time, but it was worth it, I think.
Oh man. Yep. It's pretty good.
It's great. So we have our Batman commit.
It's pretty sad. Let's get another commit going.
Isn't it? It's really dark. It's very dark.
Wait, so you could just pull this into Chrome now. Let's see what it does.
Let me add this other stuff. Real initial commit. Hey, are you mad that I'm not paramending these for you?
Right.
Can I do that in the future?
Let's walk before we run.
Let's get stuff working. Yeah. Okay, so there's stuff here. You want me to just pull this into Chrome? So let's go here and to my manage extensions page, which is right here. I got a lot of stuff open. I'm going to close all this stuff.
That'd be great.
Chrome extension, and somewhere there was this is not the right place. This is one specific one. I could do load unpacked in my extensions list. And now it's asking me to go find something. This is going to be in dev, personal, doing a good job. And then I just do that, right?
Yeah.
Select that folder.
Yep.
Select that folder. All right. Optional permissions, new tab is now there.
Nice.
So I wonder, how does it choose?
What?
Okay. Did you mean to change this page? It's because momentum is also an extension, but change it
or keep it.
I don't. I'm like deer in headlights
like
right
weird.
Now. I don't know. I at this point I just have to accept that I'm never going back to momentum.
Yeah.
So I should just turn that one off. Okay. So let's bounce back over here. Allow extension to access top sides. I don't know what's going to show up here for top sides. Slightly nervous.
Is your work laptop, right?
This is my personal laptop.
I'm just kidding. Hey!
It's good. It's all like active lifestyle stuff. Phew. No, it's not. It's two of those. That was unnerving. Okay. So this did the thing that we wanted it to do. I don't even remember hitting the button that said, oh, I clicked the button on the bottom left. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Good. Cool. So we can monkey around with this now, right?
Well, so one thing I'm interested in is quitting Chrome, reopening Chrome, and seeing if that authorization message comes up again. You were questioning whether or not, you have to do that every time.
Good call. I don't know how to quit Chrome completely without exiting StreamYard right now.
Double dipping. Okay, so what if you just like an incognito window? That'll probably be useful info, right?
I think what I could do is I could do it as if I do incognito, I don't think I can load extensions.
Oh wait, you can. So click on details on that optional. Close this and then click details. Yeah, and then there is
allow in incognito.
Yeah. So tap that, and now do a new incognito window.
On incognito, and then how do I pick that? This one?
Yeah, what do you do?
Manage extension?
Back here, huh? Okay, what if you just do Command T? I just want to see like a new tab, a new window, something.
Inside of the
just like inside of Chrome.
Incognito?
Sure.
Oh, did you see it? I doubt that you saw this, but I did see the icon for
momentarily
that, custom start page, like very, very briefly. It goes away within fraction of a second. So it's like it starts there, but yeah, okay. I know what we can do. I think what we can, well, yes, we can, I can make another account, another profile. Yeah. Or if I do it as guest, can I manage these? No, I don't get to manage anything there. Let's make a real other profile.
I don't think this is worth doing. All we're trying to do is decide whether or not it's going to ask you that permission again. You'll find out pretty soon once we get off the call.
Quite honestly, I don't care. Okay. If it asks me every time, I'm
sure
still going to do it. I'm still going to do it. Okay. Yeah, I don't think it will either. Because like we saw with this, the browser has been running this whole time.
Right.
So I'm going to have my browser up the whole time. Like if I have to do it after I restart my computer each time, don't care. That's totally acceptable. Okay. Thank you for pulling us out of that tailspin.
It was close. So let's go back to VS Code.
I think I actually need to reformat my hard drive.
Yeah, in a way, the defrag operation really would help us get moved forward here. Can I see in VS Code? Can we just like read those files for a bit and just like see how they look and what they do?
Sounds like a fun activity. Oops, I hit the wrong thing and it went on the other screen. So let's go back to code. Do you want to read the README?
I'm more interested in what that manifest has to say first.
Okay.
So I think
this is how we found this one, right?
I think there's two interesting things here. There's one called optional permissions I want to know more about with that top sites bit. My guess is we don't need anything about that because the point of this example is twofold: to show you how to how to override the new tab and to show you how to ask for and then use optional permissions.
Totally. I will say I misread, or I didn't quite get the distinction between permissions and optional permissions. I think that I want the storage permission eventually. I don't think I care about the optional permission, in which case I don't think I will ever have to click a button.
I think you're right. And I think what we might want to Google now is Chrome_URL_overrides. I want to know, I just want to read the doc page or whatever the docs have to say about that. So we know what our
I think we were actually there.
Oh, nice.
I think that's how we got into that. Like, oh, can we find the overrides stuff? Chrome URL, whatever extension. Do you want to go to MDN or do you want to go to Chrome? Let's go to Chrome.
You probably want to be in Chrome.
I mean, MDN is really good, top notch.
So I've found that the Google juice on these Google Chrome docs is pretty lacking, and I ended up having to click into that API reference. It's sort of like in the middle of that left sidebar there. I would like click into that, and then I have to like browse. Like I have to pick my way around.
It's like their own. They're like the SEO company. They did it to themselves.
So what I'm saying is click that API reference bit in the side there.
Oh, got it. You're telling me to do something, not just
yeah, I was.
I thought we were having a complaining moment.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, it is both when you think about it.
Can I take the opportunity for the complaining moment and then you take the opportunity to like tell me to do stuff? Okay. I think it was override something.
This is annoying to me.
What's the keyword that I'm missing?
I'm going
to jump back a tab.
Overriding Chrome pages. What was the key in the manifest called? Yeah, that Chrome URL overrides.
Page to override, substitute one of the following.
This is annoying to me.
History, new tab. Oh, okay. So yeah, this is like really. This is not how I would write these docs.
So that's just like how it is, right? Like we're just going to put new tab there, and then the HTML page we specify is what's rendered. Okay, great.
Totally.
Like, we can totally do this, Steve.
We already did it.
We're basically done.
So we can. Oops, I thought maybe the manifest would stay open, but I don't care. So I mean, we can go do stuff here, right? Yeah. Like,
Steve is wonderful.
You're doing a great job. I don't know. So now we just have HTML.
Yeah, I mean, this
is a page.
This is just a page.
It looks like it includes some script,
Yeah.
which is probably what we're going to want to do. Let's see what's in this new tab.js. New perms. I like that name.
Okay, so check out line 27. The rest of this stuff is going to be very familiar to anyone who's ever had to write JavaScript by hand, but 27 stands out as like that Chrome dot top site. Like that's the Chrome extension API that you're interacting with there.
Yes, and I don't see Chrome defined anywhere as like imported, so that seems like it's a global that I have access to.
Think of it as document, you know what I mean, or window or something. Yeah.
Yep, totally. Okay. Let's see. So for each one of these things, it makes a div and sticks it on the page. This is all the optional permission stuff. So if it does have access to top sites, it'll do all this, which is really just, again, this is like clicking on a button. I don't care. Anything else interesting here too?
I don't think so. I mean, you have this committed, so we could just like command a delete. If we ever wanted to come back and see what they did, but you know, that Chrome storage sync get, that's that line 77. You might be interested in how that works. I did some storage stuff too.
I think that's good. So I'm going to leave this here, comment it out, and I'm going to say, I'm going to put my initials on it because that's how I always find things. No, you know what? I should put our initials on it. I've gotten very much joy out of spelling it all one word like this. I don't know why. I think it looks like a really fun word.
Yeah, it's got like some
and then saying it all in one kind of go. 2 Rad Dads.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is maybe how we'll do. Look at that. It's not what I would say. Local storage.
It's just a robot. Yes. It's doing the best it can.
It's not that smart. I can't think of anything that I will need here. I definitely don't think that I need this permission optional stuff.
Nah.
And then create a top site. No, but I might leave some sites. What's sites div? From top sites get top sites for each. So we create an element. What I'm trying to figure out right now is like, I want to capture one, basically, there it is. I want to capture like one snippet of code that sticks a thing in the DOM, basically so that I don't have to figure out how to write it myself.
Gotcha.
And I see now that what it does with the sites div is it gets a specific document element, which is defined in the HTML over here on the right, I assume. So if I look for display top, I probably see that. Yep, so that's right there. And then I don't care about this other stuff. And then I don't care about any of this stuff. All I care about is I'm going to create a div, do some things, fine, whatever.
I've written this kind of code recently, so I've got some examples.
And then get rid of this, everything in between here, basically. So I do a div. I think Copilot will write it for me also pretty quickly.
That's true too.
This is like the kind of piddly crap that it just feels like a waste of time to me. Like, and it's, I think why I like to use React in JSX is because it just makes it more intuitive.
Totally.
But I don't think that we should install React for this.
Let's not do it.
Okay. So whatever. And then
kill 21. Oh no, we need that for.
Nope, I need 21 to get my anchor to hook into something. Nope. Do I need these new perms? I don't think I need these new perms.
I don't think you do.
Let's get rid of this nonsense up here.
Yeah,
legal stuff.
That. Yeah.
No legal stuff.
I don't really know what one's doing, but it looks cool.
Use strict?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be more.
Oh, it'll get pissed about semicolons.
Something like that.
Cool.
Probably not semicolons, but yeah, it'll force us to write better JavaScript, which includes semicolons.
Right.
Okay, so whatever. So I added this title to this. There's a style sheet. We'll still include that. I'm going to get rid of this thing. Display top. Fine, I don't care. We'll change the name of that eventually. Get rid of this thing. Get rid of this thing. We'll include the JavaScript. And then what I want to do with this is let's also do like, can we do like div.inner text equals Rad Dads?
Okay, but we got to call this mofo.
Create stop. Oh yeah, you're right. I deleted that, didn't I? Okay, so let's back it out just to see where it was. No. Create top. There it is. Oh,
we're just
literally just called.
Yeah, I think you can just fast forward backwards, or go back to where we were, and just invoke.
Just do it. Call it at the end. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So that'll happen. This is going to be our tiny little page. It's not going to have very much to it, and then let's just see what happens. Do I need to reload it? Yes, or is it watching? Okay.
It's not watching. So if you go back to that extension management interface you were at.
Yep. Which
you can see what
the puzzle piece.
Yes.
Manage extensions. Then I go here, remove or refresh. I bet.
Look at that. Yep.
Refresh that sucker. Okay, so reloaded. Let's open a new tab. It's probably hard to see. The title of this page is "You're Doing a Great Job." Yep. I don't see any text here, but let's look at it and see what we find. So we've got the display top. We have the new tab JS.
I see an error in your console. We should check out what it is.
Tooltip is not defined. So probably somewhere in there is reference to something. Look at that. Find the child's tooltip.
Looks better.
All right, let's bounce back over here, and then I'm going to kill this, and I'm going to go back to my extensions. Let's get rid of all this other stuff for right now. Extensions tab, new tab. Oh, look at that. It has this nice red error button. That's sweet. It still has errors? Or is that showing me a list of errors?
You have to hit clear all if you want it to, yeah.
Cool. Okay, pop a new tab. You're doing a great job. 2 Rad Dads, very tiny.
Boom.
This is cool. I'm going to do a commit here.
Yeah, ship it.
We're done. The stream is over. Okay, let's call this. So I have this alias gcam is git commit add with a message. So it just like adds everything for me. I don't need to actually do anything. And I'm going to say strip this sucker down. Whatever, strip this sucker down. That's fine. Okay.
Maybe head back to the plan.
Sounds good. We did a Chrome extension.
We did it.
Can I check that box?
Yeah.
Check that box, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then, let's see, next thing I had on the list is see a pretty image background. But I could be convinced of 2 things. One, this is maybe more important to me.
Okay.
2, this is probably easier and is like maybe a nice baby step to get us towards doing these other things. What's your take?
Yeah, let's hit that time one. One thing I might do is like tinker with, like just spend a minute here with that new tab HTML page and like prototype how you wish it looked. And then we can start making things dynamic as we go. Are you into that?
Yeah, that sounds great. I think the first thing I would do is rename this ID. Like, it doesn't mean anything. So let's call this thing main. Let's also make it, instead of a div, let's make it a main.
I think you can just make it be a main. You don't even need the ID.
That's true. We don't need to target it. Okay, so we'll have a main on here. I'm going to go back to my script and I'm going to change it to...
Well, the thing that's nice is that on line 6, they named the variable div. And so they're just building semantics in right from the get-go.
Yeah, so like, oh no, div. Got it. So there. So now, yes. So this I think should still work.
That should be a no op, right?
Right. So let's just refresh and check.
Oh wait, no. That should be get element by tag or something like that.
Thank you. Get element by type, I think it is.
Here we go. MDN, here I come.
Tag name. You tell me when you get there.
Got it. It's tag name.
Thank you, Copilot. All right. Let's bounce back over here and reload just to make sure.
Now we should make a Chrome extension that refreshes your Chrome extension when it sees a file change on the disk.
I like it. You're doing a great job. Nothing's happening here. So something went wrong. Main append child is not a function.
Okay, we were using get by ID. Now we're using get by tag name, right? Oh, are you doing get elements? We need to get element.
I think that I don't think I changed. Oh, it is plural. Yes.
That's our problem.
Oh, that's weird. I didn't change that. Oh, no, I did.
Copilot's not perfect. Huh.
Oh, look at that. First time ever it didn't work. And not the last time. All right, refresh that thing and pop a tab.
You could always do like query select. What is it?
Oh, get element by tag name is not a function.
You do query selector instead.
Query selector single.
And then it's like CSS selectors inside there. So I think that's perfect.
I think main would still catch it, right?
Yep.
All right, let's bounce back over. One more time. I'm gonna clear these errors first, and then let's try reloading. Got all those things that just reloaded. Okay, stuff showing up. Great.
Oh, we didn't break anything.
Yeah, what's interesting is all these other tabs that were here lost
what are they doing?
Their place. I don't quite understand that, but I also don't really care.
Yeah.
I just think it's interesting to note.
What happens when you hit Command L? Does it still say you're doing a good job?
It sure does.
Great. Okay, cool. So then let's, I guess what I would say is let's keep tinkering with that HTML to get something a little closer to ultimately what you want.
Sounds good. Build a structure.
Yeah.
So the main is going to have, this is like how they recommend you to build something with the old React docs. I don't know if they still do that. Basically, like build it out with all static data. All right, so I don't know. Like the one thing I care about is
you probably want like a p tag for the or h1 for the inspiration, and then a p tag for the time.
Isn't there like a time element?
What?
I don't know. I'm fine with the p tag. What time is it? 9:19.
There is a time, but it's very much about semantics, not about whatever. Shush.
Yeah.
John.
Okay. I don't know if this H1 here, if this is like, I'll always have a title that says like you're doing a great job, and then I also have, in addition to this, I also have like a little, maybe I actually, instead of a main, it's like an aside. Oh my gosh, stop helping me. And then this just has like a, I don't know, well, it'll dump markdown out here. So maybe it's like an H2 that has like a Jon says I'm cool. And then there's a paragraph that's like, this one time Steve saved my life, and all I had to do in return was find his jacket.
Boom.
I'm going to turn rap on here because I don't like seeing all that stuff.
Okay.
Okay. There's probably a lot of work we need to do with the CSS.
And let's maybe find an image that can be our way of.
Sure. Yeah.
We're gonna have to like get an image. We're gonna have to like stretch it out to fill the screen, or like we have to mess with in CSS how we want to do that.
Yeah. Okay. So we can grab one of those. Let's go to that Unsplash. Get a random photo. Is that going to help me? No, because I like want to hit it.
Right. If you go to the unsplash.com, like to their website, can you just get a random?
Yeah. We can pick one. Which one do you like? Tell me when to stop. Boxed water is better. No.
How about this little road deal? Yeah.
This one?
Yeah.
I have to unlock it.
Oh boy.
I don't think I'm interested in that. No.
Splash.
This is nice. Let's do this. Give a shout out to you, Jon. Thank you. I'm gonna find this thing. And then where did it just send me? That's not right.
Unexpected.
Downloads. Okay, grabbing it from there. Oh, I think I need to do this thing again where I drag it instead of copy it. So let's drag it into images. So now I have this image in images.
Oh.
It looks like some kind of weird Mars-scape.
Love it.
With a road on it.
So okay, I can show you how I've done this. If you go to app.jonhallyred.com, you'll see a background image that's full cover. And like as you were to resize your screen, you'd see it like, I think, cover in the way you probably are interested in.
Oh, you know, this is actually something I meant to bring up is what is the source for this image?
I made it.
You made it.
Well, sorry, I started with an image and then I fucked with it until it looked like that.
Cool. You know what I meant to say or meant to ask when we were talking about images? I'm not tied to them coming from Unsplash. I know that you have this cool way to get art images.
What?
I think that's probably not legal for me to do that.
Hey, let's say it for the After Dark. But what I wanted to draw your attention to was the CSS that's doing this. Well, so first of all,
yes,
is this the kind of orientation you're looking for, where it just sort of like keeps covering?
It's like cool. Background cover, whatever.
So let's see if we can just dig into that CSS quick and do it.
Sure
just
thing.
Rip it off, basically.
Tailwind.
Oh, I forgot it's Tailwind.
There's a lot of Tailwind. I think there's probably EG cover. It's probably background size cover, right?
Yeah. What if we just try that?
That's okay. So
back to the HTML.
I think we want to attach it to the body, probably.
Oh, which we would do in the CSS file, not the HTML file, right?
Yeah. So in the CSS, we want body. We'll have background image. It'll be a URL, right?
Yeah.
Is that how that's going to work? And it'll be root images spelled correctly. Background JPEG. And then background size cover. Is that right? It's not happy about my lack of semicolons. Okay. So, you know what, Jon? I love the fact that we can just keep going to that actual Chrome extension and reloading it. But don't you think we could just like serve this and constantly come back and view it? And
we could just drag and drop this into Chrome. It's just an HTML file.
Yeah, like can I do an open new tab.html and it'll open it in a browser for me?
Yeah, why are we?
Sure as hell can.
Yeah. Good point.
But it didn't. Maybe the CSS is cached. Nope, it's there.
Okay, so I always get this URL stuff a little mixed up. It
Yeah,
could
me
be
too.
that it can't find that.
You think I screwed that up? I don't think I screwed that up.
If you open
No.
Chrome Developer Tools, will it yell at us about anything? Found nothing.
Shoot.
Okay, so we got to figure
File
out
images.
what if it's like no leading slash.
That sounds good to me. And then it's not refreshing. Oh, but there it is. Look at that.
Boom.
Cool.
And cover looks great.
And so let's resize this thing. And it looks nice. Oh, look at that.
Oh, I saw a
which I don't care about.
Okay. There are ways to fuck with that too, but whatever.
Yeah. I mean, if we can do it now. If you want to fix it,
let's keep going.
We'll forget about it until the very end. Otherwise,
I'm more interested in making it dynamic.
Okay.
We are approaching an hour.
Yes. Should we stop?
Should we get a commit?
Yeah, and then maybe talk about what's going to happen the next time.
Yes.
Love it. Okay. I'm going to leave a comment here that says to Rad Dads. Everything below here is probably garbage.
And I think you got to do like /** for CSS.
Oh, is it not? I don't know. Yeah. I'm thinking of I've been looking at a lot of YAML lately. I think that's YAML comments. So I don't feel good about it, for the record.
Okay. And you're just going to go ahead and do this on main? You're not going to check out a branch or anything? That's cool. Real bold.
I mean, why would I have a branch? What's the point? I'm the only contributor right now.
That's right. Yeah. I mean, have you been pushed anything?
I haven't even given you credit for any of these.
It's perfect.
No, I have not pushed it anywhere. Okay. What am I doing?
So this is like begin prototype.
HTML and CSS. Reset HTML. And stub out
page.
Yeah. Okay, that's there. We have a few commits. All right. Looking back at my plan.
Yeah.
Chrome extension. I think what we learned is before we do anything else, what we're actually doing right now is build out a static version.
Yeah.
And that's kind of in progress.
Yeah.
I don't. Do you know a better way to communicate that it's in progress? Like, okay, so this is like the Markdown task list format. This is just the way that I think about it. Oh, I know that no one will recognize this, but is there a more succinct, like, single character that I can put here that says I'm working on it?
Bang.
Build out a static version. So that's what we're going to continue next time, right? Are there any notes that you want to make about that?
The things under here should be background image, which could be checked. Actually, didn't we do this?
No, because it looks like crap.
Oh, okay. So the last checkbox will be like, make it look nicer. But we did background image. We did, yeah, we did like the time, whatever. Like we have some bits there.
Yeah, I mean, like, we'll want to make the time function. So I think this stays here. Or maybe that's what you meant.
I'm saying in the build out static version to do item, we have accomplished a few things. One of them is background image. One of them was like a static time, a static inspirational quote, you know, etc. Placeholder text, maybe. There you go.
Yeah, I like it. Cool. Okay. So we did these things. Are you cool if next time we hang out, we'll pick up here?
Yes, please.
All right. Should we like end this broadcast?
Yeah, let's end broadcast. I'd like to thank our sponsor, Squarespace. Everywhere you want to be.
Wait, are we going to ask each other what we're having for dinner?
No one will
pizza.
understand why.
No, I know. For anyone who doesn't understand, Jon has a really cool podcast.
That's true. Hey, Steve, this is really fun. I love you.
Oh, we get to say I love you. I love you too, Jon. Thanks for hanging out with me.
Okay, bye.